Mr. Horka.
Here.
Mr. Johnson. Here. Mr. Schramm. Mr. Reckey.
Here.
Mr. Moran is here. Mr. Nestor.
Here.
Mr. Perez.
Here.
Mr. Philo.
Here.
Mr. Todd.
Here.
Mr. Swanson. Item number 2 is the approval of the agenda. Vote by Mr. Alberts, support by Mr. Horka to approve the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Item number 3 is a motion to receive and file Act 57 of 2018 recodification information presented by Plant Moran. Motion by Mr. Johnson, support by Mr. Tell. I will introduce Carrie from Plant Moran, who will give us a summary of the act. Carrie?
Thank you. I provided a document so you have something to keep with you. The first 2 pages is just a summary that we've done to kind of highlight the high points for you. The last 2 pages are an excerpt from the 110 pages of legislation that's really the new information in the Act. The bulk of the Act is really a recodification of all of the other TIFA acts with the exception of brownfields. They did not get recodified into this one. So now they're all in one place and everyone will be referencing this Act. The main thing that's new for you is that there are transparency expectations that the state has put in here, similar to what they've placed on the cities over the past few years. One of them is, so this year the Act became effective January 1st, 2019. By April 1st, 2019, you'll need to file your adopted development plan or your TIF plan with the Department of Treasury. In the meantime, they are working on developing an annual report format that you will need to complete and submit to them within 6 months after your year-end. So for you, it'll be by 12/31 each year. That will go to the state along with your annual financial audit, which is done by us and completed and uploaded by that date without any issue every year. There are other items that they're asking you to make transparent and available publicly. That can be done on the city's website, which based on the DDA meeting, I'm suspecting that some of these items are already up there as well for the TIFA. You can also make them publicly available within the bill date that would also qualify. Things that they want you to have up there are listed at the bottom of the page. It includes minutes for the board meetings, contact information for the authority staff, your budgets, your audits, your plan, descriptions. They also want to know if you have revenues that have not been spent in 5 years. They want to know why. They want to know what your plan to use them is and your time frame to use them. Likewise, if you have revenues that you've collected but not expended within 10 years, they want you to also report similar information. A couple other things that they're requiring is that you have a minimum of 2 informational meetings a year and give the 14-day notice on that. Their goal, based on reading the Act, is that they really want to have 5 years of history accumulated on the website. So in the first year of filing, you would file here in this year, and then 1 year after until you hit 5, and then you can start releasing information. They did include in there that you would receive a notice if you don't comply with the information and the transparency, a non-compliance status after 60 days of the receipt of the notice. You would then you'd be prohibited from capturing the tax revenue unless it's for debt or other obligations. And then there's further penalties if it were to continue for more than 2 years. On the bottom of the second page, I did include the link. You can Google it too, but if you wanted to pull 110 pages, and like I said, those key transparency items, the detailed language of the Act is at the back. Are there any questions I can answer?
Mr. Todd.
Just one quick question. It says that after 60 days, if you're in non-compliance, that you'll be prohibited from capturing the tax. I'm taking it that once you're back into compliance, that...
Yes, that's...
Okay.
Mr. Philo.
There's a reference to the 2 informational meetings each year. Is an informational meeting different from this type of meeting?
No, your board, yeah, you have to just have a minimum of 2. There are some that are not even meeting across the state. So.
I didn't get that answer to that question.
Your board meetings would count as the informational meetings that you're required to have. Yeah.
Doesn't have to have some certain content.
No, yeah, and they even go on to say like it could be in conjunction with other public meetings
sure those should be put on the agenda, public input, to show that at that meeting, you did have a period of time when the public was invited.
I think you just have to give advance notice, which I believe you do, that the meetings are going to occur, and then that satisfies their requirements.
Ms. Coley Andrews.
I was here at the other meeting, and you were talking about the kind of contracts that, that need to be made available. You had suggested that only the administrative contract?
Yeah, so what they say is a listing of current contracts with a description of those contracts and other documents related to the management of the authority and services provided to the authority. It's on, I can show you. Yeah, jump right, click. G.
Second question, it said that we had a file plan. Who files it within the city of Taylor? Is that Jason or?
Mr. Chairman, our adopted plan and approved plan, I think, is approved through 2030. So I believe the plan is already completed. It just needs to be now filed as part of the recent requirements. They probably already have it, but we'll still submit it, again, just as a formality.
But is that done through your office or
Yeah,
George?
we'll work with George to make sure that it gets filed, and we'll also, I was just gonna mention, I don't know that currently is uploaded on the web link, but we'll confirm if it isn't, then we'll upload that also. But that has been done and adopted. I think it predates me, so.
Yeah,
it's been-
I have a copy of it. I
Yeah.
just didn't know if there were any other changes that, and who would do it to make sure it's done.
Any other questions for Carrie? Hearing none.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Carrie.
You're welcome.
Got a motion by Mr. Johnson, and I think it was supported by Mr. Horta. Was that Mr. Pat? Okay, Mr. Pat. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carried. Item number 4 is the approval of the minutes of the December 11, 2018 meeting and dispense with the oral reading.
Motion with at least one change, the location of the meeting was at Lakes of Taylor, probably should be referred to as opposed to the Taylor Municipal Building, even though the address is correct.
Motion by Mr. Powell, supported by Mr. Johnson. Any further discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carried. Item number 5 is motion to receive and file the June 2018 audited tax income and finance authority financial report. Both by Mr. Fowler, supported by Mr. Savage. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, Jason did a good job summarizing. If there's any questions that I'll come to answer, if there's something outside of what's already presented.
Hopefully everybody's had a chance to look at it. Mr. Elton.
Well, the personal property, they kind of finance that. What's the complete story of the personal property, how to get out so much additional funds? Is it the legislature voting for, or what?
Well, I suspect it has to do with the methodology of the LCSA calculation and what's being considered, because I think it's a more of a flat rate as opposed to a value tax. Like your personal property tax, they would value what the property was estimated to be worth and calculate based on that. And I think the impact is that we had a negative $234,000 to the personal property tax, but the LCSA came in at about $1 million, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what should we expect in the future?
Well,
should we expect $1 million every
I
year?
think based on that, you would expect something relatively close unless you see a significant change one way or another. Now, keep in mind, you have a lot of development going on in Eureka Road. That could grow that number.
Any other? I'm outside of the, first of all, it's part of the total revenue.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, unless there's a significant change one way or the other.
So what does that, our current budget for the year we're in now,
400,000.
additional?
We got $1 million, but we budgeted 400,000 for the current year.
So we're gonna get $1 million again?
Well, that's a discussion we'll have at budget time. If we want to, I would still say let's budget conservatively and let's, you know, under promise and over deliver.
Well, we're already in the budget here.
Well, I know, but when we get closer to the June 30th, I guess is what I'm saying. You're about halfway.
Well,
What's the next?
the million, if I might, the million compares to the current $400,000 budget. So the mayor's referring to, if you want to talk about next year, are we going to get another million?
No, I wasn't talking about it, I'm talking about right now, the year we're in.
Right, so we already got the million, and the comparative number is 400,000 budget.
So we got $600,000 and probably.
More than we thought. More than we had thought.
Versus the 200 and some odd short last year also. So you might say 600 versus a million.